Now the time is here for the members of the Multiforce and their final review in the combination into Landcross. We've already went over each of the individual figures, their alternate modes, their accessories, their weapons. So that's all out of the way. Let's get down to business. We're going to take the legs first. This is Tacker, if you remember. I'm going to take off his weapon there. Now the gun emplacement we're going to take off. And as you can recall, I did mention with tackle as well, they're, let's take the gun out here. The holes are on opposite legs for them. That's so that the holes, when they're in their combined leg modes, are toward the front of each leg. So let's take Tacker here, put his foot plate on. There you have the right leg of Landcross. Now with tackle, we'll do the same thing. A hole, peg, foot plate, done. We're going to have both legs of Landcross. That's the easiest part of this whole combination procedure. The rest of it gets a little more complex from here. This is where it gets fun, especially in the torso. Next comes Waver, the little boat jet ski thingy. He forms the lower torso. Let's take off the hand that, well, really hope that Transformers tend not to have their hands coming out of their lower torsos, but we'll just leave that one alone. You'll notice here, I didn't cover this before, there's little gray tabs. Those have a purpose, so I'll show you in just a moment. Take the hydrofoils and kind of fold those up. Try to keep it in the frame here. Rotate the arms back. Now we're going to do something similar to the robot mode transformation in that we're going to pull the legs down. If I can get a hold of them, pull the feet down. Come on. Ow. Oh, I think I made this broken nail. How manly of me. There we are. Separate legs. Same old thing as before, except we rotate the torso up now. Reason being is this is now the lower torso of Landcross, with the exception of these. These are your connection points. We take these, fold them back, get them out of the way, exposing now these gray tabs. If you've got good fingernails, you can get your fingernail in there. These rotate out. They just kind of flip out like so. Can't really see too well through my finger here. There we are. Those are your connection points for the legs. Let's go ahead and attach those. Tacker is the right leg. There we are. And tackle is the left leg. There we are. We now have a fully functioning lower torso. Now notice that he has a wheel sticking out front there. That too has a purpose. But we'll cover that here in just a minute. Let's set this back out of the way for now. We'll get to that later. Next comes the upper torso. Leader of the group, Wing. If you remember, he was the first review. Let's take off the accessories for a minute. He's kind of a fun transformation, but yet not a very complex one. You just take and you flip the nose cone back, put the arms back as you would for the two-member combination mode, and set it upright. This is where it gets interesting. If you notice the wings here, or his feet, they have these little pegs on them. One of them, I don't want to get too blurry here, one is solid and squared. I mean, it's still round, but I mean it's squared in this dimension. Where the other one has a smaller nub out of the tip of it. This has a more solid connectivity to the chest plate, so we'll want to use this as the anchor. So what we'll do, fold this in the back and fold the smaller one up toward the front. Now the reason I do this is so, what we'll do, well, let's see, I get the chest plate first. Let's go ahead and take it off of Mock here. He can sit there being a little shark. These two holes in the back here that would connect to Mock also connect to Wing here. We'll place this tab in there just to kind of hold it in place, but this is the one that is the main weight bearing peg. We want it in the back to hold this front one in place. Like so. So you want to push mainly on the side that's going to hold the chest plate on the most. That will give you your most secure connection. There is your upper torso. So what we do, take it, again you have the same connection points, and we take it and we connect it to Waver, thus making the torso nearly complete. There's one thing that's missing. Notice I mentioned the wheels earlier. Wing has a wheel too. These two together form the connection point needed for this useless piece of junk that we've had just floating around these past 6 reviews, the waist plate. It just slides right on and press it down, doesn't latch or nothing, it just kind of sits there. Friction holds it in place. You now have a waist plate for Landcross. Ooh, I'm approaching 7 minutes. I better speed this up a bit. Okay, we've got Mock next. He is the left arm. We take off the gun here. Fold the arms up as we've done in the past. Pull these down. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Hole, no hole. Look for that. Because Dash will have his hole on the other side, similar to how Tackle and Tacker did, because he's the left arm, as we will see, and Dash is the right arm. So what we'll do, make sure the wheel faces front. That's important because you want the hole to be on top and the tab on the bottom. This is now the arm, and this kind of sits over here and just hangs off the side as kind of a shoulder armor. So we can now take the right fist that came with Waver, plug it right in here, and there you have your right arm. Now the Wing has several connection points all over his person, one on each leg actually, for the respective arms of Landcross. So we'll take Mock and plug him in right here, and there you have your left arm. Oh, I'm running out of time. Well, you get the basic idea. Dash is pretty well the opposite. Fold the arms back, pull this down, pull out the front of the car. There's the hole for your fist. Rotate this, again, shoulder armor. We've got the right fist. That connects here. Same sort of connectivity, but on the other side. Press it in. And there you have the body of Landcross, which we shall now top off with the head, which connects, as we've seen before, to Wing through those two holes. There you have Landcross. Very well designed figure. The gun is going to have to be a rush job, I apologize, so I'll just make this brief. Tacker, Waver in the front. Dash on the left, connects there. Mock on the right, connects there. Wing on the top, in the front. And Tackle on the top, in the back, creates the blaster. Very good combiner, fantastic weapons, complex transformation for a bunch of rectangles. Highly recommend this figure to any real Transformers fan. It's a nice display piece and a great addition to any collection. This is Moroni Prime. Catch you on the flip side.